Good day, beloved families and friends of the Elite Information Channel, Thought of Thoughts. What a wonderful day today. This is the day that the Lord have made. Let me first greet the vision bearer, Pastor Senezana, and his family. Uh, Again, we are going to carry on with our mentoring program. Again, you are with me, Pastor N.R. Ratogwa, the apostle from Christ Ambassadors Christian Church, stationed in Palabora. Today we are carrying on. It's not going to be long again today with our mentoring program. Right. The topic today that we're going to deal with today is how to deal with opposition when leading the people. How to deal with the opposition when leading the people. Right. As usual, I normally first have the definition of certain heading. So what is opposition? What is opposition before we deal with this opposition as a leader? Right. Opposition is defined as strong disagreement. That is opposition. Opposition is defined as a strong disagreement, resistance, or the action of going against someone or something. Opposition, that is opposition. It's a defined as strong disagreement, resistance, or the action of going against someone or something. Let's take, for example, now here in politics. In political context, it refers to political parties or groups that oppose, criticize, and provide an alternative to the current government, often acting as a government in waiting to ensure accountability. That is when we come now to the politics. In politics context, it refers to the political parties of groups that oppose, criticize, and provide an alternative to the current government, often acting as a government in waiting to ensure accountability. But here it says opposition is defined as a strong disagreement, resistance, or the action of going against someone or something. Right. Now, let's start now with our topic, how to deal with opposition when leading the people. I wanted just to understand now the word or the term opposition. Right. Dealing with opposition while leading requires a combination of spiritual grounding. Dealing with opposition while leading, it requires a combination of spiritual grounding, a strategic communication, and emotional resilience. Key strategies include maintaining a calm focus. It needs to maintain a calm focus, validating concerns, communicating the vision clearly, and surrounding oneself with a supportive team. You surround yourself with a what? A supportive team. That, remember, it requires a combination of spiritual grounding, strategic communication, and emotional resilience. Key strategies include maintaining a calm focus, validating concern, communicating the vision clearly, and surrounding oneself with a positive team. How to deal with the opposition when leading the people. Right. Sorry. Based on a leadership principles and biblical example, Here is how to handle the opposition. We must write down how to handle the opposition. Right. First one. Remember, first one, all these points that I'm going to give you, there's going to be some subheadings whereby you have to write down. Right. Write down. The first one is say, adopt a proactive mindset. Adopt a proactive mindset. Right. A. Under adopt a protective mindset. A. View opposition as a confirmation. View opposition as a confirmation. Opposition often means you are creating significant change that threatens the status quo. It can be a gift that forces you to rely on deeper strength and focus on your mission. Listen to this. It can be a gift that forces you to rely on deeper strength and focus on your opposition. That is adopt a proactive mindset. Number A, I said we what? View opposition as a confirmation. Right. Number B, under adopt a proactive mindset. Number B, write down. Do not take it personally. Do not take it personally. Then it says, often people are reacting to the stress of change. That is often. People are reacting to the stress of change, not to you personally. Separate the person from the position. You have to do what? Separate a person from the position. Number B, number C, number C. It says, stay grounded in purpose. Remember the first one was view opposition as a confirmation. Number B, it says, do not take it personally. Then number C, it says, stay grounded in purpose. Reaffirm your core conviction and the why behind your leadership. Wow. Listen to that. It says, reaffirm your core conviction and the why behind your leadership. Then we are coming now to number 2. We are coming now to number 2. On number 2 again, it's got some headings. Number 2, it says effective communication tactics. Effective communication tactics. Right. Number A, under effective communication tactics. Communicate constantly. As I was saying on the previous subject, that I say communication is very, very, very much important. So here it says communicate constantly. When faced with opposition, you see, when you face with opposition, increase rather than decrease your communication. Increase your communication. More communication is needed rather than decrease your communication. Clearly articulate the vision and the reasons behind the decisions. Right. Number B, listen actively. You have to do what? To listen actively. It says, people need to feel heard. People need to feel it. They want to be heard. Whatever they say, whatever they've got, whatever they want to say it out, they must be heard. You must hear them. You must hear their statements. You must hear their problem. You must hear their challenges. Whatever, it's like when they are taking the memorandum to whatever office. You see, they expect to be heard by that from that memorandum that they send to the certain office. You see, they expect to be heard. So if you don't hear or listen to the people, you are causing more problem. You are causing more problem. Right. Listen actively. People need to feel heard. Validate their feelings of discomfort, even if you do not agree. Even if you do not do what? Agree with their position, as this builds trust. So which means you must be very close to them in such a way that you must be able to listen on their problem, on their challenges, you see, and you must hear their challenges, you see. You must, even though it is not discomfort, but even if you do not agree with that, with their positions, as this builds the trust. So you must be able to make sure that you build even what? A trust to them. That whatever they say to you, they know that they've got a good leader. Right. Number C, be gentle and patient. Wow. Be gentleman. Be gentle and patient. Humble yourself. Don't pride yourself, because pride is part of evil spirit. Don't pride yourself and say, use I, me, myself, and I must be heard. I must be heard. No, it does not like it doesn't work like that. It says be gentle and be patient. Right. That is number C. Use a calm approach. Use a calm approach when addressing detractors, instructing them with patience rather than anger. Hey, this is a problem. Rather than what? Anger. Because now, you know, other people, when they address people, you see, you can see that now he's addressing people with anger. So now, here it says, use a calm approach when addressing detractors, instructing them with patience rather than anger. Here there is example from the book of 2 Timothy. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 24 and 25. I'm going to read it. 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 24 and 25. I'm going to read it. It reads, 24. And the Lord's servant must not quarrel. The Lord's servants must not quarrel. Instead, he must be kind to everyone, able to teach. You see, able to teach, not resentful. And the Lord's servant must not quarrel. Instead, he must be kind to everyone, able to teach, not resentful. Number 25, it says, those who oppose him, he must gently instruct in the hope that God will grant them repentance, leading them to a knowledge of the truth, and that they will come to their sense and escape from the trap of the devil, who has taken them captive to do his will. That is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 24 to 25. That is now adding more meat on the bone. Be gentle and be patient, as I read. Right. Number 3. Remember, number 3 now. We are coming to number 3. Strategic response strategies. Strategic response strategies. Right. Number A. Don't lead from emotion. Very important. Do not lead from emotions. Reactivity is usually driven by fear or pressure. Reactivity is usually driven by what? By fear or by pressure. Pause and wait for clarity. Just pause and wait for clarity or revelation before responding. You must pause and wait for clarity before you do what? You respond, rather than reacting in anger or insecurity. Otherwise, once you react in anger, then you're going to make problem worse. So which means now when you react positively, calmly. You see, right. Number B, it says evaluate and adapt. Not all opposition is wrong. We must take that mentality of saying, no, this opposition are always wrong. No, we must take that mentality out. Not all opposition is wrong. So evaluate feedback to see if your plans and refinement, but do not sacrifice core goals for the sake of being liked. Because there are people that sacrifice, you see, core goals for the sake of being liked. No, it says evaluate feedback to see if your plans need refinement, but do not sacrifice core goals for the sake of being liked. Favoritism or being favored. Right. Number C, it says reinforce weak points. Reinforce the weak points. Right. It says, like Nehemiah, identify where your project is most vulnerable and strengthen those areas. You must identify what the project, where your project is most vulnerable, and you must strengthen those areas. This might mean having tough conversation, sharing up security, or providing more resources. This might mean having what? Having tough conversations, sharing up security, or providing more resources. Right. Number D. Let's go now to number D. I think we are learning and you are writing down. Build a team. You must do what? You must build a team. Do not isolate yourself, surrounded yourself with trusted. Do not isolate yourself. Do not isolate yourself. Surround yourself with trusted, like-minded leaders. Remember, surround yourself with trusted, like-minded leaders who can share the pressure and provide counsel. Who can share the what? The pressure and provide counsel. Right. Number 4. As not so long, I'm going to be closing. Maintaining personal integrity. You have to maintain what? The personal integrity. That is number 4. Right. Let's see now the subheading. Number A. Forgive freely. Hey, here is another problem. People really, they don't want to forgive. They do not want to forgive. But the Bible tells us that forgive others as you forgive yourself. Let's forgive. So we are offloading the load that we have from us. We are offloading the load of other people that they hate us. But now if you don't forgive, then you are loading more load on yourself. You are putting more load on yourself. So it says forgive freely, without any argument, without any problem. Humble yourself. Just go down. Go down on your ways and say, just forgive. I'm forgiving you. Avoid bitterness as it undermines your authority. Avoid what? Bitterness as it undermines your authority and spiritual health. Avoid bitterness as it undermines your authority and spiritual health. Right. Number B, as I'm gonna not so long going to for a conclusion for today's topic. It says, stay focused on the goal. Stay focused on the goal. Refuse to let critics distract you. Just refuse to let critics distract you from the work at hand. Never. Don't allow that. Refuse to let critics distract you from the work at hand. Right. Number C. Very, very, very important. Very, very important. As I said last on the first program of the mentoring program, that we have to lead by example. It says lead by example. Very, very, you must write down. Very much important. Lead by example. Because there are people that just only meditate, just tell people, do this, do that. No. You must lead by example. When you say this, you can say, okay, let's pick this up, gentlemen. Like last day, I said, don't use I, but we. Include them in whatever you are doing. Include them. When you talk to them, you must be able to lead by example. You must be able to respect them as a leader. So when you live by example, whatever you tell them, those guys, those people, those members, those colleagues, those members that you are living with in church, hopefully in society, at home, wherever, at work, when you say something, you must be the first one to do it. Not just say something, then you stand and look and or watch. It does not work like this. So lead by example. It says, demonstrate your commitment. You see now, you have to demonstrate your commitment through your actions. Remember, sometimes we normally say action speaks louder than words, because you can say, go and plow there, go and take that thing there, go and clean there. But you yourself as a leader, you must be there with them. You must be the first one to take or to pick a dirty out of where you want them to clean. Then you must be there with them. You don't have to say things, then you go away. No, it does not work like that. So it says, demonstrate your commitment through your actions. Results rather than arguments are often the best response to opposition. Results rather than arguments are often the best response to opposition. As I'm closing now, in short, pray, work. As a leader, remember, we are in church. You are leading the people. You have to do what? Pray, work, and refuse to quit. Because some of the things, they can make you to quit the job and say, hey, this one I cannot make it. No, you don't have to. You must refuse to quit. So in order to refuse quitting, what must you do? You must motivate yourself. You must motivate yourself by doing what? You must work, you must pray, and you have to refuse what? To quit, and tell yourself that I'm not going to quit. It's a powerful framework for leading through opposition. Powerful framework for leading through opposition. Remember the people that you are working with. So be humble. Be humble. Lead by example. Calm when you speak. Don't be angry when you speak. Don't be angry when you speak. Don't let people see that now this man, our leader, is angry. No. Refuse to quit. It's a powerful framework for leading through opposition. I think we have learned a lot, whereby as time goes on, we are still going to learn. For today, we are concluding here. This is my conclusion. May our good God richly bless you. Have a lovely day ahead. Thank you, and God bless you.